up, ladies and gentlemen? Still trying to get acclimated. Y'all gonna have to help me out today an awful lot. Rough day, very rough day. But as Raider Nation always does, we get to it. So no worries, ladies and gentlemen. The show must go on. Let's go. I don't see how we can't be happy about that.
Decomposer, you been bugging.
It should. So I immediately, set myself up, to expect a new week. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Raider Nation. Yeah, it's Tuesday, March 29th. Or excuse me, March 19th. Yeah, that just goes to show you type of day Turf has been having. Yeah, it's been pretty wild. Pretty wild. But we'll get into it, right? We're gonna talk about it as we talk about everything. Right? It's Raider Nation. It's free agency. Still got the draft coming up. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people doing a lot of good things as far as teams are concerned, right? AFC, it's going pretty strong, man. I don't know how to feel about it. We got a lot of commentary going on when it comes to what teams are doing good, bad, and indifferent. Some people are really upset. I can totally understand that. If you're like a Cowboy fan, there's not much going on there, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. So at least Raider Nation no longer has to worry about that particular aspect of dealing with your front office. I'm pretty certain we're a little bit past that point. A lot bit past that point, I would say, at this point. I'll get into what we've done. I think we've done great so far. I love the fact that I don't talk about this stuff until I've had a real second to cool off, if you will, right? I've had a couple of knee-jerk reactions already. We all know about it. I had a knee-jerk reaction with Minshew. And I actually like Minshew. Well before any of that came to fruition, I was really happy with Minshew. Just as a player, and somebody in the league, and looking forward to watching him play. He's a little, like my guy Chris says, he's a little scrappy dude, man. He's a good player to watch. He's not boring by any means, if you will, from that respect. So, yeah, I'm a fan. Although we also know I don't think he's going to beat out my guy, but that's, again, another whole conversation we'll get into, right? It's just, man, there's a lot as far as free agents. Ton of moves that have already been made. I got a list here. I'm going to switch this up a little bit in a minute, so that way it looks like I'm actually looking at you, if you will. Turf is over here in the back, man, in the scenes, behind the scenes, trying to really put some stuff together for y'all. Real talk. Things are coming along. This stuff is not easy. You're talking to somebody that's in the field of technology and software development. It's been a headache trying to put this stuff together. Anybody that knows and has dealt with these live streams and trying to put something together, get a crisp picture, it's not easy. And one of the biggest things I cannot wait for is for my picture to be absolutely outstanding. I'm a little jealous because you don't even need 4K for it to look better than it does typically on StreamYard, which is what I use. No disrespect to StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard. I mean, to be honest, yeah, there's absolutely no way I would have gotten this far without the ease, right, and intuitiveness of StreamYard. So, it is what it is. Once you start learning, you start to understand that other platforms are better than some for reasons, good, some are bad and different, right? Cost, all those things start to come into play. And to be honest, right now, I just want that professional look. I am really, really striving for the best from that respect. I think you as the fans enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. It's going to bring the best out of me as far as that's concerned. Being able to see my place up to par and up to the standards that I would like it to be when it comes to giving y'all this content. So yeah, it was a long day for me. I'm gonna dip off into the side real quick, just to give a head. Yeah, I had to deal with my car. Yeah, I don't like paying. I don't like doing anything I can do myself. Fortunately for me, I guess you can say, yeah, Pops really put me through the ringer as a kid, and I actually thank him for it because now, this day and age, there's nothing I don't fix my own. I mean, it has to be electricity, or I gotta literally pull an engine out. Yes, those are the only two reasons I'm not fixing something myself. 100%. And I credit that to Pops. He had his three rules, if you will, right? The first time he's going to teach you and show you. The second time, I have to figure it out with him, right? Pitching in, and then that third time, you should already know how to do it. Best case scenario, he's watching, but you're not getting that either. So it forced you to kind of figure out things. And that's what you're doing all day. Man, things breaking. It's just, it was rough. On top of, I got to change the catalytic converters on the other car. It's just, it's that good old saying, when it rains, it pours. So, and then again, trying to get the studio up to speed. Got some things coming in. Got a few things already that's come in, and just trying to get these things squared away and put to use properly, if you will, properly. So, back to football. Back to free agency. We got the draft coming up. I really want to hear what you guys think as far as draft. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. There's literally probably 1% chance of us getting Daniels. I don't see it happening. It's possible, but I don't know. Who knows, right? Who knows? It's going to be a wild, I think. Just way too many quarterbacks. People are absolutely going to make horrible mistakes. This year, teams are absolutely going to pay big time for some of the decisions they're going to make at quarterback. I can assure you. And I don't know. I don't think we'll be one of them. I don't think we'll be one of them at all. Reality is, I don't even think there's a rookie that's going to come out that we currently have anyways, with the exception of the Big Three, or Big Two, I should say, because I really don't believe in the Big Three. I believe in the Big Two. I really shouldn't even say I believe in the Big Two. In Jaden, we trust, right? That's really how it goes with me. Your boy is in Jaden, we trust. So, I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting show. Very interesting show. I'm absolutely 100% putting all my peoples on this one. That's Chat Lives Matter. Chat Lives Matter, baby. Y'all know how we feel about the chat. How to get y'all involved, and we 100% getting y'all involved today. So without further ado, right? Let's start looking at people. Yeah, let's see what's going on up in here. Right? As always, TRS in the building. Leo, Turf, salute. My dude. Absolutely. All right, last week? Sup, sir? It's sometimes these names are tough. Super tough. We Gucci though. Katan is in the building. What's good, my brother? Excited for the TRS meetup at the draft. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going down. The Raiders Syndicate in full effect, 100% at the draft, ready for the potential epic moment. I can't wait to talk about it. Shout out Jeffrey, salute Turf. Appreciate you for showing up. Appreciate everybody for showing up as always. El Pru Raiders, Unum. Good day, Raiders. Shout out to you. You're first time I'm seeing you up in there, man. So I appreciate you. So let's go to sleep. No moves. Yeah, I agree, but probably for good reason too, right? Remember, we got a lot of money coming in June. We don't have a lot of money right now. But yes, guess you're going Trenches this draft. I sure hope so. I think we need it. I think we need it big time. John Leon, shout out. Salute Nation. Appreciate you coming through as you always do, man. You've been showing up, representing big time. Another one, Raiders. Oh, Raiders. Yes, sir. Yes, Cowtown. Yes, we are going to the drafts. 100%. We are going to the draft. So absolutely get your ticket. Hop in the whip. Whatever it is, I don't know where you live as far as the proximity to the draft, which is being held in downtown Detroit. Beautiful downtown Detroit, I may add. I'll tell you guys right now, if I could withstand the cold, if I could really figure out a way to move forward, I would move to Detroit. I don't think it's too late. It's going to be the hot spot. I'm dropping a real big anywhere in the middle of the country. 10, 15 years from now, absolutely going to be the hottest spot. So shout out to Michigan. Shout out to Detroit gaining the draft, right? Getting that support. Detroit used to be real bad. Detroit used to be horrible. I don't know. I don't know how many people been around Detroit, but it's definitely had its problem. So, yeah, I'm actually excited. I'm really, really excited. I've been there quite a few times. Went to the game. We played them. I went to that game. It was very exciting. Excellent game. So yeah, we will be there. Absolutely. And yeah, come through if you can, man. If not, maybe we can get some other things rolling. We got ideas, man. Raider Syndicate got ideas. We always got ideas. So yeah, I'm just gonna dive right into it when it comes to our quarterback position. I want to talk. Let's start there. Let's start there first. What are we gonna do as far as the draft? I personally think we're fine with what we got. I'm not saying that that's all I want. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that would be lying. That would be, that's what that would be if I was being honest. I'm definitely nowhere close to what we want. But there's a lot of moves, a lot of things that still need to be made for sure. So that's coming. At the quarterback position, there's still one spot. There's still one slot that absolutely needs to be filled. So what do we do? What do we do draft day? Who thinks we still have a shot at Daniels? Who wants a shot at Williams or May? Speak up, right? Yeah, I'll be honest. You could get away with Crybaby. I should stop that. I'm not going to Crybaby. You could get away with Caleb Williams. I mean, I don't know. I'll put it this way. I think there will be people that are not going to be happy if they pass the club, right? If he does slide for some crazy, wild reason and is not picked first or second, man, it's going to be interesting. I still don't want him. I'm cool with it. I'm more than happy with moving forward with what we have. So, what do I think about what we have? I've already said it. Gardner Minshew, absolutely adore him. Always have. I thought he was a cool quarterback when he first got into the league. He's just got that it, ladies and gentlemen. He's got that flair. He's got that. I don't know that it. I don't know how to explain it. It's easy to see. It's easy to understand, especially when you're around it. He's electric, man. He is absolutely going to fit in our locker room. 100. Yeah, he is. He is absolutely a locker guy, and he goes hard, man. He goes hard to fame, as they say. So I'm not expecting him to come in and lay down, by any means. Shout out to my guy Chris, Protect the Shield podcast. He just did a show. I want to say, it was yesterday, I believe, with one of the big boys on the scene, if you will. Hold on. Yeah, one of the big boys on the show, Sanji. So go check that out if you haven't. Wow. Yeah, shout out to Chris. That was an outstanding interview slash live stream. Another one, my guy Angelo, who had Papa Rundown and Rundown on the joint. Y'all didn't see these episodes. Both, I know Chris's was on his on Protect the Shield, and Papa Rundown, Angelo Rundown was on Captain Jack's station while he is, still filling in for Captain Jack. He's got 3 more weeks. I believe I'm the next man up, and Chris is after me. So, yeah, be prepared, man. Be prepared to watch. I think you're definitely going to find a little bit more of an insight, at least especially for me, as far as my athletic career, right? And the things I've been doing recently as well as in the past. Just everything. I can't wait for that interview. That's going to be awesome. As you all know, I absolutely love martial arts, so yeah, it's definitely a part of me 100%. So yeah, we'll get into that. Back to the quarterbacks. I think we're still going to draft somebody. Who is that person we're going to draft? I don't know. I know one thing. I do not want any of the names that people constantly keep bringing up. None of them. There's literally only one name that if you keep bringing up, I'll be happy about. I'm not going to drag it out, ladies and gentlemen. That is Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis is a monster. I've watched his film a few times. I went back and doubled back on it. And I'm telling you that kid is the real deal. He absolutely is. The injury, it's tough to take somebody at that position when they had that injury, that type of injury. They're not going to play this year. But I mean, again, are we really expecting any of these rookies to come out and play? I don't think so. I don't want to. Again, even if we get Daniels by some miracle, I don't want to start him right out. I mean, I just don't think it's a recipe for success. I don't see it as being a recipe for success at all. So, yeah, I think I really honestly think, and as y'all know, I will hammer a point home. I will constantly talk about what I think is right for us, and that's again, it's Aiden O'Connell. I think the kid is gonna ball out, and he's just gonna have to prove me wrong, or somebody else is gonna have to prove me wrong, and not allow him to keep his position, if you will. I recall AP saying the job is his to lose, meaning, hey, we bringing people in here to compete, but you're our starter. He said that publicly, privately, quite a few times. So why would we think any different? He absolutely is our starter right now. It's going to be on Minshew to show that he can beat him out. Do I think he has the ability to? Absolutely. Sanjeet made a great point on Chris's show. He's a journeyman. He knows football. And now he's a very experienced veteran in the NFL that's been to several teams, to the point where it may not be an advantage for AOC when it comes to the playbook, right? Being in the building a little bit earlier than most. Do I agree with that? No. Look, I'm sticking to my thoughts on this. I absolutely believe AOC has an advantage, even with Gardner Minshew being, the veteran, the guy that probably is going to have an easier time adapting to a new playbook. Right? Let's be honest. Let's be real. It's very different in the NFL than it is in college, and AOC is just kind of coming out of his rookie year. He's had, at best, 3 offenses to try to deal with, master, if you will. And I don't know. I think he's from Purdue, right? Smart kid. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think he's going to be totally fine when it comes down to what's going to be necessary to win this battle. I think he wins it. I'm not going to say it's easy. It may be a nail biter, and you know what? It may not be a full out win either, right? I could see where he has a couple of bad games, really bad games. Yeah, Minshew's right there. I could see that being a problem, man. I could see that being a problem for sure. There are going to be people that aren't happy with that. So, I mean, hey, I'm okay with however this goes down. I'm not going to hang my hat on any of them. Not right now. It's just too early, right? I do love AOC. I'm always rocking with him. It's absolutely who I'd like to win and who I'd like for us to have as a quarterback moving forward. I'm not worried about the mobility and, right, the type of defense we have right now, let alone what else we get. I mean, why we re-signed our 2 big boys in the middle, so shout out to the big boys. The defense is looking right. Defense is looking real good. We'll get to that. We'll get to that after the fact. But there's nothing but brash, and yeah, it's gonna be on and cracking for defense this year. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, y'all might see a lot of boring games, if you will, because I don't see many people just running it up on us. That's not gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen at all. So, yeah, I'm interested. What do you guys think? I did see somewhere on there a plan A, B, or C. I'm going to look at these comments first, and then we'll see if we can start talking about a plan A, B, or C. Last week, quarterbacks are already in the building. I agree. Kyle Town also agrees. Yeah. We'll see. El Blue Raiders, I know. Yes. Chess ain't over yet. I couldn't agree with you more. And I think that's pertaining to the comment of Telesco kind of chilling right now. I mean, we have to. You can only buy but so much. You know what I mean? Without repercussions, if you will. El Blue Raiders. I think Caleb and Penix Jr. are going to be most successful, but I don't know anything. Wow, really? What makes you say that? I disagree. The only reason I disagree is because I'm just not a fan of as a leader, man. The one thing, and I know I harp on this and I say it a lot, but I really want people to see where I'm coming from with it. When you win together. When you lose together. I've been in those games where we've lost. The heartbreakers, the nail biters, the one for the ring, for getting something. And I didn't run off, because my parents finally came to that game, or you know what I mean? It's just, we all came on the field together, we all left together. It's something to be said. I don't know. I just don't know where Caleb's head is at. The ability for his people to continue to just keep allowing all of that nonsense to run through about wanting percentage of the team not playing here. I thought that was a huge mistake. So yeah, I just don't see Caleb. And the odds are against him. I mean, the odds are against all of these guys, to be honest. That's the one thing I can honestly say is easy for me to talk about, because the numbers are with me. There's not many of these guys are going to pan out to be much of anything. Most of them won't even be backups. Let's be honest here. It's going to be a lot of first round quarterbacks that got picked that won't even be backups this year. I think it's very possible there's more than 6 quarterbacks drafted. So we'll have to see. But Penix Jr., I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of a guy that's been carved up already on both knees. Just a lot of wear and tear already. And he's not even in the league yet. I mean, it's great arm talent. I get it. It's just with what we have, I don't think it makes sense. As Ando says, right, the best ability is availability. What good is he going to be for us if he's always on the sideline? I don't know, man. Just the injuries scare me. It's the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard to stay healthy. It's super hard to stay healthy. It's hard to stay healthy in college, let alone NFL. So I don't know. I mean, how many guys play the full season? Not many guys make it through the season playing every game. In fact, very few. Right? Max Crosby's the only one I can think of off the top of my head that comes to mind. And he's literally the only one I can think of that didn't miss a game. Everyone else missed a game, I'm sure. Positive of it. So, hey, we'll see. But Penix, yeah, that's the only thing with Penix, man. I just, you know what I mean? It's like buying a refurbished, laptop, but that particular one was the one that got dropped on the concrete. Do you really want to go with that one? That's a tough one. I don't know. But I know one thing, I'm definitely not picking him before the 4th. It's too high. Even with the talent, it's just too big of a risk for me personally. Way too big of a risk. Hunter Ellis. Salute, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through, stopping in. Hope you enjoy the show. Plural Raiders again. I just want to know who wants to do what in our building, and did they try to get it done? Yeah. I can agree with that statement. I can agree with that statement. John Leone. I don't watch Sanji. Is a car in Saints fan. Wow. I didn't know that. That's a bomb right there. I didn't know that. I thought he was pretty what would you say, Agna? I thought he was pretty indifferent, if you will, from that. I didn't know he was a car fan like that. Interesting. Had no idea, man. Yeah. What is plan A, B, and C? It's a great question. Great question. People start talking about it. Space Beast in the building. Here's what no one is talking about with Penix. If he didn't have an injury history, is he quarterback number 2 in the draft? That is a fabulous question. Fabulous question, Space Beast. If he doesn't have the injury problems, I'm absolutely putting him in the top 3, knocking May out. Me personally. Yes, you heard it from Turk first. I would have 1A, 1B, and 1C. Pick it how you see fit. He's literally scares me due to the injuries. That's just really all it is. Because all it takes is one shot. That's all it's gonna take. One shot. So that's a great question. It's kind of a coulda, woulda, shoulda, but hey, it is what it is, man. The Severe Raider, Dylan Laub, is a sleeper. Cowtown, been talking about him for a few months. Yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster. Wow. Severe Raider, he's already my number 2 quarterback. You actually look at Penix, Severe Raider, as number 2 quarterback in the draft? Really? Wow. You gotta substantiate that argument right there, sir. Yeah, I mean, we've already discussed the major issue. How can you put you know how much money you're putting in? I mean, yeah, that's crazy. I'd like to hear what you have to say over that one. Cowtown Luda. I think Travis is the real deal too. Started diving into his film and interviews today. Hey, Cowtown. I'm telling you, you are absolutely gonna love what you see with that kid. Hey, Travis, I'm happy. I'm happy if we get him. He may be better off. He may be better than Daniels. I mean, he outplayed him. I mean, we keep talking and harping on it, but hey, facts are facts. Ladies and gentlemen, go watch that game. Go watch that LSU Florida State game and see who did what. See who won that. See who really came to battle. Because unfortunately, it wasn't our guy that we're looking to give up a fortune for. Pretty much the whole house. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting situation. Space Beast. I'm more concerned with Latu and his neck injury. My neck, my back. Yeah, yes, that would make sense. That would make sense too, man. I mean, neck is nothing to play around with, particularly in the game of football. Come on, let's be real here. It's serious. El Plurator, to me, Jaden has the best footwork and fast twitch. Penix Jr. has the best reset and reload. Caleb has the best reaction time. You know what? I don't disagree with that statement. I don't disagree with that statement at all. For sure. I can roll with all of that. Severe Raider. Turf. Jordan Travis is small. A bit on the older side and coming off a bad injury. It's one injury. It's his first ever horrible injury, if you will. He's not an injury-prone kind of guy. I'll give it to you. He is a little small relatively. He's 6'1", bigger than Brees. So, but I agree. He's not 6'4", not 6'3". Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. So yeah, we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. ALC is great, but he's a statue. I agree, but that doesn't mean he can't win. And in fact, I mean, he had a great record his last 4 games. If you want to look at it like that, you know what I'm saying? He definitely had a great record ending it out. So we'll take it, man. We'll take it. ALC did beat out 2 vets his rookie year. Yeah. I mean, they was both sad and hurt, but nevertheless, you right on FaZe. Absolutely. And on that plan A, B, and C, if we can't get a Superman quarterback, keep stacking kryptonite on the defense. That is how I feel. I'm ready to just load up on defense to the point that no one even cares about our offense. No one's ever going to even talk about it because it's going to be irrelevant based on what's on the other side of the ball. So, yep, I agree with you. OG Texans, diehard fan, Raiders, and you're gonna like, I'm gonna give you your props, man. Go ahead and put it out there. Kyle Town, I have no doubt ALC will end up being our starter heading into the 2024 season. And I think he'll earn the fans' respect just as he did the locker room. Bro, that's basically exactly how I feel. I believe he's 100% going to change that up. That whole situation is going to get changed up 100%. And everybody's got that, right? We'll see. I'm with you, Kyle Town, 100%. 100%. Where we at? Uh-oh. I'm worried about Getsy with Aiden, though. Why? What makes you worried about Getsy? Are you kidding me? I mean, if anything, he should know how to really put stuff together, man. Especially for somebody like that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he's used to working with guys that aren't burners or guys that are mobile like that. So yeah, I don't know why you'd be worried about that one. I'm not worried at all. Aiden is a smart kid too, man. I mean, I don't think Aiden gets enough credit. Maybe I'll dive into that tonight too, because I'm telling y'all, I don't think he gets enough credit. I'm gonna keep pushing right now, try to get through some of these messages. But yeah, he doesn't get enough. Shout out to Charles Washington. Salute to Vito. You have great solo shows. I appreciate that, boss. I really tried bringing it, man. Both show. All right. Where did my list go? Here we go. All right. So, yeah. Let's talk about the quarterbacks that are still remaining. It looks like pretty much all of them are off the table. There's literally only one that I see that's still without a home. Mr. Ryan Tannehill. I don't see him getting a job other than a backup somewhere. Yeah, as far as you know, the top free agents. He's literally the last one left, right? You know, Russell's Pittsburgh, Brissett, New England, Jameis Winston back up in Cleveland, Tyrod Taylor went to New York, right? Sam Darnold, Minnesota. Drew Lock, New York Giants. I keep telling people, man. We discussed Drew Lock, in TRS. We had a couple of heated debates, but I think overall people like Drew Lock. Real talk. Drew Lock's a baller. He reminds me of Minshew in a way, to be honest. And in fact, I actually stated I wouldn't have a problem having that kid. Yeah, real talk. So, yeah, Drew Lock, he's somebody to look at. Tyler Huntley, Cleveland. Damn, Cleveland got 2 backups. Dobbs went to the 49ers. I don't know, man. That Purdy better tighten up, man. Mason Rudolph, Tennessee. Josh Johnson resigned with the Baltimore Ravens. So, I mean, that rounds off the quarterbacks. You know, I don't think we should draft anybody in the first round as a quarterback that's not named Daniels. If we do something crazy like that, I will absolutely lose it. Y'all all know we're gonna be at the draft. Get my bail money ready. If we do something crazy like that, if we pull I shouldn't say if we pull an Al Davis. I wouldn't be mad if we pulled the Al Davis, as long as it was the right Al Davis pull. Meaning, hey, we gonna go for speed and go get my guy. That's the hometown guy here in Austin, Texas, baby. Go get X, man. If you're gonna go get X and make a crazy, wild pick, by all means. You want to bring Al back into the building from that respect? Yes, do that. Absolutely do that. I would be happy with that. For sure, I would be happy with that. So yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm just thinking plan B. My plan B is I mean, if I don't see how Minshew and AOC don't work out, but if they don't, I'm hoping we do get Travis. I really do. I don't think he'll be ready, though. That's the only problem. Even if, you know, they claim he's going to be ready by April. Technology is so wild today, ladies and gentlemen. Remember how ACLs, MCL, that stuff used to be career ending. And now you have people that are blowing their Achilles. He's talking about coming back in the same season. That used to be a career ender. Technology's wild. So it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. I think he's plan B. Plan C is to regroup. I mean, if you can't get through plan A and B, I mean, plan C is just to weather the storm and regroup. Ladies and gentlemen, that's about all you can do from that respect. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. I don't know any other way to discuss that particular piece at all. I am going to move on to my favorite position. We all know my favorite position. My position. The position my boys always clown me about because I like certain people. You know, I like Sincere McCormick. I thought he was a fabulous college player. I wanted to see if he had anything in him for the NFL. Give him an opportunity. I think he still deserves it. We'll find out. I don't know if he's on our squad anymore. I haven't paid attention. Right, it's practice squad. It has been practice squad. Same thing for Austin Walter. I'm not sure what the deal is with him as well, and Britton Brown. Right, we actually have some decent running backs that are in the stable. Keyword decent, right? Because Britton Brown was starting to kick up dust before he got hurt. You all know I love Austin Walter. I thought he was kicking up dust from jump, from day one, from the second. You know, he hit Raider Nation. That kid literally played every down like it was his life. He was the closest to Max that we couldn't see, right, on a regular basis because he's just so far back on the totem pole. But yeah, as we know, we signed, right? What's his name? Addison. I don't even know how you pronounce his name. Addison. What is the Vikings running back? Yeah, Jordan Addison. So, what do people think? I know there's some heated debates about it. There's some people that are not happy with that pick. Not happy at all with that pick. Or I'm calling it a pick, or that free agent pickup. I should be saying it's a free agent pickup. I'm not upset. I'm not upset, but could we have done without? I'm still waiting to see what he actually got paid. That's really what I'm waiting to hear. I want to know if we got a deal. You know what I mean? If we got a deal, yeah, I'll be okay with that. And from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's saying Addison will earn a base salary of $999,000 and a bonus of $375,000. If that's what we got this kid for, whoa. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I get it. I didn't think he was a good feature back. And sometimes that's just the way the game goes, ladies and gentlemen. It's no different for players than it is for coaches. Let's keep it real. Look, sometimes you're just not the guy, but you play way better off the bench. I actually was that way in basketball. I played way better coming off the bench than I did starting. And it was super obvious for whatever dumb, strange reason. I just never could play well starting in basketball. Just never made sense. But coming off the bench, whew, Turf was wild with it. Yeah, I was one of them dudes for real. So the sixth man, yeah, and that's what Addison is, man. He's not a guy that's a feature. He's not a guy that you put first. He's not a guy that you're going, consider the Rock. That's Zeus. We all know Zeus is the Rock right now. That's really what it is. The only thing I really don't like about our setup is the fact that it's very predictable right now. That's the one thing Josh did give us. He was truly an every down back. And right now, I can't say we honestly have one. It's going to be a little bit predictable back there come third down, right? Because one of my issues is I don't think any of these backs can block that well, man. Yeah, including Zeus. I don't think they're all that savvy. Honestly, I think Abdullah might be the best one out of all of them. And that was even when Josh was here. Don't get me wrong. Josh definitely would stick his head in. He would stone cold stop linebackers 100%. But we don't have that dynamic anymore. And that's a little, right? Teams can start keying on that. Start playing off that. I think anyways. And that's a problem. That is going to be a problem. I really don't know what happens. You know what I mean from that respect, but I think we'll be fine. I think we have plenty of running backs to pick from. I really, really honestly believe that we'll probably even get another one in it. That's the other thing. What we paid for him, that tells you he's not safe. He is not safe come camp. And when it's time to put up or shut up, if you're going to be on the team or not. $1 million? They'll throw that away in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? For a shot at potentially putting a 1-2 punch together that makes a lot of sense. And I think that's the way they're looking at this. They know for a fact he's not coming to be the main guy. He's not going to be the cowbell at all in any way, shape, or form. He's coming to be Robin to the Batman that we currently have, which is Zeus. Zeus is our Batman. Addison will be our Robin, along with Abdullah and whoever else, right? They get on the roster. I actually think our guys on the practice squad, somebody will have a chance to move up. I think it'll send a message, if you look at AP and how he operates, that man, he likes those feel good stories, but the ones that are real, the ones where the people actually put in the effort and the work. Maybe that's not expected, right? All those good things. He absolutely puts in the work, man. So I think he's got a shot. I really do. I don't know. We'll have to check it out, man. We'll have to wait and see. This chat, y'all, the chat lives matter, man. Man, y'all are sick with it right now. There's a lot. Let me get to where I think I left off. We're going to have competition at every position. Jimmy G isn't getting handed the start this year over and over again. Absolutely right, boss. And what I love about it is AP is sticking to what he said, man. Hey, look, Aiden is my guy. Aiden, got thrown into the fire, did his thing, kept his poise the whole nine. He deserves a shot. You know what I mean? And that's what he's going to get, man. He's going to get a shot to keep that spot, but he's got to earn it during camp. And he's got a bad boy behind him that's ready to eat. So, yeah, that competition is absolutely going to be fierce. Hardigray had Aiden in a decent take care of the ball type of management. Yeah, and do we know if that was Hardigray or if that was Aiden, right? Because in my opinion, I'm going to give that more of Aiden. I think that was more on Aiden. That's his character. He knows he has to take care of the football as the leader, as the quarterback. So I don't know, man. I think Aiden had Aiden being decent, taking care of the ball type management. I think Hardigray could call the right plays. Absolutely. He definitely didn't do anything, to do the opposite, meaning of, put the kid in the situation to not take care of the ball, which we all kind of clamored for him to do a little bit more, right? I mean, if you want to think about it, maybe we win that Vikings game. We open it up a little bit more, do something out of the ordinary. I don't know, right? Who knows, man? Unfazed, sacks, pick sixes, and headhunting is anything but boring. You right about that, boss. I love a defensive game. Turf absolutely loves a defensive game. I want us to be at that old school. My jerseys are mainly defensive guys that were headhunters and killers. The Jack Tatums, the Ronnie Lotts, right? That's what I got in my closet. I like that old school, man. I really do. Charles Washington. Hopefully Bennett game grows up this season. Not called, not for long, for nothing. I agree, Charles. And hey, that is a problem. He got picked pretty high. And so this is what I have to say about Jacorian Bennett. And you know what? This is the truth. This is real, ladies and gentlemen. There are some guys that are just so absolutely talented and gifted that nothing was going to stop them to get to that point. But the IQ, right? Or the lack of the discipline, right? I won't even say IQ. Some guys just don't love the game like that. It's just a job, right? I don't know what you want to consider that. But as a cornerback, from my sources, that's one of the positions that the game actually isn't, that big of an issue as far as the speed of the game is concerned and becoming acclimated to it. And that makes a lot of sense to me for some of the obvious reasons. I mean, hell, you're the fastest people out there. So, I mean, that the game can't get any faster for you as a corner. You know what I mean? But with that being said, what has you playing a step behind? That is not knowing your playbook. That is not knowing the plays, not knowing the defense, not knowing what to do. I think we all can agree that was 100% Tyree Wilson all season. All season. That kid's got memes that are horrible, I'm sure, at this point. Maybe they haven't been displayed. I don't know. I still remember the play where Max Crosby was literally 3/4 of the way to the quarterback and the kid's hand was still in the dirt. So, to me, if that ain't showing you thinking, I don't know what is. But at the cornerback position, you absolutely cannot think ever. That's just not a possibility if you want to be a great corner. If you want to be a decent corner, it's just you have to know your playbook. And you have to have the ability to take chances. It's just too tough of a league, man. It's just not. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. So when it comes to Bennett, I mean, we should know right away what's going on with him, and he should absolutely be balling this year. There's no question. There's no reason to not know the playbook. There is no new defense that's being implemented. There is no new regime on the defensive side of the ball. He should be ready to go, ready to roll. And if he's not ready to roll, Charles, I got a problem with that. And this time we cut the cord on him. I'm just gonna be honest. If he doesn't produce this year, and I like Ja'Cory Bennett, you know, he's a freak, right? He's just a freak in nature as far as athletically, but he's not cutting it, man. Next man up. I know he only played 10 games, but ALC has to ownership of the quarterback position this offseason. Leave no doubt. I agree. And I think that's what he's going to do, man. I think that's what he's going to do, take ownership. Yep, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The Severe Raider, worst thing that can happen to Penix was UW beating Texas. I agree. If he plays like that and they lose, his stock will be much higher. His ability to throw the ball is second to none this year. I agree, man. And, you know, I'll give shout out the rundown on that. So it may have been someone else, y'all. TRS knows. He's definitely got arm talent better than most that's in this draft. Period. Most. Just leave it at that. Severe Raider, nah. If you're gonna hold Travis to a fault for an injury, you better times that by 4 for Penix. I agree. I think he's just playing a little devil's advocate, Kyle. You know, plus the fact that I'm talking about Penix injuries, I think he's trying to rip me a little bit. Maybe not though. But hey, you know what I'm saying? You gotta substantiate that argument. If you want people to adhere to it, if you will, Severe. But I like it. 831 Raider in the building. I appreciate your solo shows, Turf. Some old school smooth football talk without all the gimmicks. I like that, man. I appreciate you, man. I really do. I appreciate everybody for showing up. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to be anybody else. I'm not trying to pull any gimmicks, any antics. You know, this show is literally exactly what 831 Raider says. PG-13 for the children. You know what I mean? Speaking of, ladies and gentlemen, your boy Turf is a head coach. Yeah. Turf is a head coach for my son's 5-on-5 flag football season. It's the spring season 2024 for the Ville, and y'all already know who we are. Yes, sir. You know who we are. Yeah, I might live. I might have to live our games. Yeah, I'll think about it. Maybe that's something y'all might want to see some future potential Raiders out there on Saturdays having fun. Yeah. Kyle Town. He a Benz covered in Bondo, barely passing small. That is exactly right. Exactly right. Eric Raiders haters, Hunter. Shout out, man. Salute to you, boss. Let's see. Y'all are wicked in the chat, man. I'm trying to keep up. I appreciate y'all for all of these. I can't get everybody, but I'm definitely going to read the ones that I can see that's got some substance as well. DTs, cornerbacks, offensive linemen, no players are absolute in the first round. But if you hit on a quarterback and you can keep them for 5 years, it's pure gold. I don't know if I agree with that one, Space Beast. If you hit on a quarterback and you keep him for 5 years in the first round, that's a failure. That's an absolute horrible failure. If you get a quarterback in the first round, that man needs to be there for a decade. Period. A decade minimum. First round quarterback? Nah. it's complete failure. If you draft a quarterback in the first round, particularly in the top 15, and he's not on your team, 5 years, a decade, man, a decade. And again, I don't agree with you, man. There are some players that are absolute. Of course, you're going to get players that were absolute and got injured, or some fluke accident or something along those lines. But there are several guys. I mean, I'm telling you about one right now that's guaranteed, and we can bet whatever you like, and I can assure you, Marvin Harrison Jr. will probably be, if not the best player out of this draft, for sure the best wide receiver. So, I have to challenge you on that one, boss. You got to substantiate that one a little bit more. If Penix had no injury history, without a doubt, he's top 3. But he does have the injury history, so I'm not going to pretend he doesn't. Yep, I agree. Jordan Travis is a first-round pick if he didn't get injured. Jeffrey's been watching football. Penix throws a beautiful pass. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything I'm going to do, I'm going to give Penix his flowers now when it comes to that. Not many in this draft has a ball like him, can reload. You guys have been saying, some real talk, bringing up some real knowledge on this, and that's just facts. That is facts. Yep, somebody's going to take a flyer on Jordan Travis in the third. I think you're right, and I'm going to be sick about it because I would absolutely want us. It's who I want. Now it's who I want. Now I'm starting to want to reach for him like I want to reach for Daniels. This is another reason why, man, this quarterback thing, it's trickery, man. It's trickery. It really is, man, because I don't know, man. It's we're going to have to keep discussing. They called me a flip-flopper for a reason, right? TRS calls me a flip-flopper for a reason. I'll be flip-flopping left and right like a mug. It's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. I hope Getsy is enough to keep Tay happy if the quarterback situation doesn't please him like last year. You know what? Honestly, I really don't even care. I don't mean that negatively. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Davante Adams is getting older, gentlemen. I mean, I'm starting to sound like Rundown. Jesus. Yeah, he's getting up there. It's time we start pleasing us. It's not about these guys that are on their way out, man. It's about getting this chip, man. It's about getting this chip. OG Raiders 805. I am a Travis fan. I want him in the third. I take him in the third, but it'd be a reach. I'll admit that. It'll be a reach. Third round. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this draft is deep. This draft is crazy. Third rounder will be a starter for you. See, now, space. Now we're talking 5 years. Second, third round, you get a pick, 5 years. Now you're talking that's golden. But you get a first round pick, man. That guy needs to be around for a decade, or that's a bust. That's a bust. That's just the way I see it. I'm sorry. Take Penix at 44, Cowtown? Yep, I say no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I did not know Travis was the Heisman runner-up. That's dope. That is dope. I did not know that. I absolutely did not know that. Year after year, there are always 3 or 4 must-have quarterbacks that go early in the draft. Then 3 years later, they are on different teams. Can't make it up. You're absolutely right, bro. And this is why I have a hard time going back and forth with these quarterbacks, man. I do love Daniels. You're not going to get me to flip-flop on him. But he's the only one I love. And with that being said, I don't want to do nothing else at quarterback position, really, unless it's Travis. And that's not going to be at a time that makes sense, because in the third round, we still have the ability to get a starter in the trenches, linebacker, corner in the third. Come on. Yeah, you still got a shot. You still got a shot. So, yeah. Need to fill that right tackle spot. I agree. I absolutely agree. Wow, this is an interesting tape. Shout out to Papa T. Appreciate you for joining the show, man. Hope you like it. I don't think Penix will make it out of the first. If Penix doesn't make it out of the first, wow. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. And all of you guys are looking at it that way, man. This is crazy to me. This is crazy. Jesus Christ. Y'all are killing me on these. Y'all are killing me on these messages, man. Gunsmoke Games in the building. Appreciate you coming through, boss. Minshew is a decent quarterback, right? Like he can scramble a little and get some wins. So is he here to just teach and show AOC how to get the wins stacked? No, absolutely not. He's here to play. Minshew is here to ball. Minshew don't give two craps about the AOC. In fact, he's like, hold my beer, kid. He's coming in like he's got the job. I can assure you that. He's going to be very arrogant, and rightfully so. I think if I were in that situation and I was Minshew, oh, my chest would be puffed out. I would absolutely make that kid feel as small as I possibly could to get this job. I am 100% going to use every and anything I can to fight and battle for this position. So, no, he's not here to just help, somebody out. Nah. I keep seeing Fuaga O-line mocked to us at 13, and that's because we would be very fortunate, lucky, appreciative, happy, exuberant. I could keep going on and on. I absolutely want that kid, or the kid from Oregon State, and everybody knows why I love Oregon State. Absolutely adore Oregon State, as well as their offensive line. That's my old offensive line coach. That's his boys, and as you can see, they ball. They get down. Raiders haters, I hope we don't reach, only go up for the player you really want. If you can't, him upgrade the rest of the team. I agree. I absolutely agree. 100%. Running back Trey Benson. OG Raider 805. I don't know why I don't know that, but somebody tell me, Trey Benson. From where? Walter is not on the roster. Man, did he get let go? I thought I saw him on the page. It wouldn't shock me at all. If he did. Turf between JJ and Knicks. Who would you prefer? Wow. Did you really just do that to me, man? I'm crying. I don't want neither of these dudes, man. You trying to get me to quit football. 831 Raider, you trying to get me to quit football. To be honest, though, if I had to pick somebody, it would be JJ. Sorry, Chris. It would 100% be JJ. And the reason being is because he's younger. I think he's got more time to grow. He's got more space to grow, right? I think you're seeing exactly what you're getting out of Bo Nix. You're not going to get anything else, nothing special. He's not going to turn out to be something different or, all of a sudden gain some arm strength. It's just, you seeing what you're going to get, man. That's it. That's it. Love Trey Benson. Yeah, Turf is behind on that one. Don't worry, I'm sure y'all gonna let me hear it for that one. Trust me, I'm gonna check into him 100%. Space Beast. Raiders running backs under contract. Our guy Zeus, 6 feet, 215, 440. Amir, third down back, 5'9", 209, 464. Wow, I didn't know he ran that slow over 40. That's not cool. Britton Brown, he is on the team. 6'1", 205, 469. Look, I'm letting y'all know, Britton Brown is somebody that he was really starting to kick up some dust, man. He was looking real good until he got injured. regardless of that 4.69 40. Hey, we all know Josh Jacobs had a 4.6 40. I believe it got corrected or something along the line of he ran a much better time later down the line. But 4.6 is 4.6, gentlemen. Don't get me wrong. Speed, game speed and 40 speed they're almost apples and oranges, man. Apples and oranges. So I do know who Benson is. I figured I did. I just didn't want to misspeak. Yep. I'm pretty sure I do know who Benson is. Papa T, if we stay at 13, defense or offense, I'm happy with either as long as it's the trenches. Period. We draft the cornerback. I'm like, run down, get the bail money ready, unless it's the cornerback I want. Still going to be mad because, I mean, it's a big reach at 13, but we'll see. Yeah, Benson is big and fast, 4.39. There's only a few running backs that ran a 4.39 worth discussing. And that's why I remember that. That's exactly why I remember that. Tyreek McAllister, unknown. 5'9", 180, 181. 4.40. Wow. I didn't know. Okay. Sincere McCormick, 5'8", 212, 4.6. He ran a 4.66. That's better than I would have thought because he's not, like you say, 5'8", 212. That's big, man. That's me. That's me right now. Well, I probably shrunk a few inches, you know. As you get older, they say you shrink. So I'm probably 5'8", 5'7". I was 5'9" when I played, though. Yeah. Space Beast. I hope we utilize Abdullah a lot more this year. I agree. I sure hope we use him a whole lot more. I think it'll make sense. Madison gashed us in that 3-0 loss a couple of times. Yeah, because he's a great back when he's got some compliment. You know what I'm saying? He's not a good feature back. I'll admit that, right? We all know he fell off as soon as he was the feature. McCormick and Brown both with us for coming on 3 years. Neither have seen the field. Yes, because of the injuries, Charles. But see that, and that's what I'm trying to. So this is what I look at. You literally just said it. McCormick and Brown been with us for 3 years, and they still having a hard time letting them go. What does that tell you? That tells you them boys got something, man. Come on, let's be real. It's especially talking about the new regime. We're not talking about the old guys that, you know, kept around their Boldens and dudes that, no. These guys, I'm telling you, I saw what I saw. These guys got something in them. Yeah, they really do. I think we need a running back that can take it to the house. I kind of do agree with that. And I think I was chastised because I said that Josh Jacobs' home run hitters were luck. And I don't mean luck meaning that, you know, he was lucky. No, he was prepared for it. And, you know, when, right, opportunity meets preparation, you can't hit a long one. And that's what I mean. It wasn't a, you know, where it was a, you know, 2 safeties deep or something like. No, it was one of those blitzing plays or, you know, something to where he's running down the middle of the field by himself. That, yeah, if you can't outrun everybody in that scenario and situation for 70, then yeah, it's going to be a long, I should say it's going to be a short lifespan in the NFL. Regardless of your 40 time, you got to be able to hit the house. I mean, there's nothing more necessary. And in fact, it brings me even back. And this was always the case. This brings me all the way back to when I was playing. I'll never forget my coach. Like, I would come back to the sidelines all amped up, happy, right? Probably had 60, 70 yards out of the whole series of that, drive and get in for the TD. And he just shakes his head. Crump. Still don't have a 70-yarder. I need to see the home runs on me. Like, he couldn't care less about anything else I did, man. And that was because he knew that's what everybody else wanted to see to get me the best opportunities. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We got 2 running back workhorses in the stable. I agree. Yep. He's only run 25. Lots left in the tank. We talking about Addison, the new kid, right? Yep. But it could be Addison or Zeus. And that's the thing, man. We don't have to worry about running back. And that's the funny thing. Yeah. Yeah. We don't have to worry. I can assure you guys we don't have to worry. So yeah. I'm assuming that you are talking about Addison, meaning that he only cost us $1.2 million. Yes, Charles. I think that's what you're referring to as well. Are those real numbers? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I love running backs, man, but bottom line, we got plenty of them. And they're all going to be capable of at least producing enough so that when you look at the stats at the end of the season and not the player, you're not going to care about that. You're going to care about the reality of those stats and the amount of yards we've gained being comparable and making sense. It doesn't matter if it was running back by committee, one guy or a million guys. Doesn't matter. That's just the world you're in today. It's just the world you're in today, ladies and gentlemen. Get all. Fatuanu, Fuaga, Jackson Powers, Mims, or whoever at 13. Yeah, I say definitely go offensive line, offensive tackle. Especially now we got our big boys back. It just makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Yep. Hunter Ellis, he might make the roster, you're right. But is he quick in the hole and has a nose for the end zone? Are we talking about Addison? Which one? To be honest, I don't know if many of them have a nose for the end zone, to be honest, right now, because we haven't seen them. We haven't seen them hit, right? We haven't seen them hit at all. Space. Oh, yeah, we already went through that one. Big Mad, you wanted Fields. I still can't believe they gave that man away for a cheeseburger. I can't believe they gave him away for a cheeseburger, man. They literally gave Fields away for a cheeseburger, bro. That was wild. That was wild to me. Shout out to my guy. Rundown, TRS. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Aiden is the QB until AP says he's not. But, man, he can't really move. We don't need to care about him not being able to move. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Look, I need to get into these running backs. We haven't even gotten through them. Where are we at with that? Yeah. So who's left, right? Who's left at running back? J.K. Dobbins. He had a bad injury, though, right? That was a really, really bad injury. Wow, Donta Foreman is still not signed. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire. See, that's all I'm trying to say. I will take either of them two. I will take Donta Foreman or Dobbins. Both of them guys. They're not that old, man. They're not that old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot still in free agency, let alone the draft. And y'all, are we really worried about the running back position? It's the last position to even have. Dude, I'm more worried about a kicker at this point. And am I crazy? Yeah, somebody, please, chat, go off on me. Somebody. Because I'm telling y'all, it's the last position I'm worried about. Running back? It's really not. Every year, some new guy pops up. Every year, where'd this guy come? They're just a dime a dozen. I hate to say it. It's just facts, man. I don't know any other way to say this. I don't know any other way to say it. Yeah. But with that being said, we all know Saquon went to the Eagles. That was a crazy deal, man. That was a crazy deal. And this is what I can assure you of. The idiots that paid all this money, these teams are going to be hurt. The Eagles, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the Eagles are doing. I don't know how they're. I don't know what they're doing. They got talent on both sides of the ball regularly. They always in it. I mean, they in the NFC, the weakest division in football too. On top of it, so I get it, but man, I don't. But they paid $37 for him. Jacobs, Green Bay, $48 million. Did y'all really want to pay this? I mean, Derrick Henry only got $16 million for 2 years, for crying out loud. Derrick Henry, and he actually had a hell of a year last year. Pollard, $24 million. At least it's for 3 years, but still, signed with the Titans. Eckler, I think he got robbed at $11 million for 2 years, and he went to the Commanders. He went to a boo-boo team. He's just gonna be sick. DeAndre Swift, he's probably made out pretty well. Bears, $24 million. Devin Singletary to the Giants, 3 years, $16 million. Decent deal. Gus Edwards, $6.5 million for 2 years. Right? AJ Dillon, Green Bay, 1 year, $1.125 million, man. That's a hell of a deal, but obviously they got Jacobs, so they can't afford to pay no. Zach Moss, I thought that was a great pickup. I thought Zach Moss was a fabulous pickup for the Bengals. In 2 years, $8 million, $4 million a year. Yeah, you can't be mad at that. Antonio Gibson to the New England Patriots, 3 years, $11 million. You're definitely not mad at that. You're not mad at that at all. Then finally, DJ Dallas. Yeah, signed with the Cardinals. 3 years, $8 million. So I'm just saying, running backs are not being paid that much. It's just not going down like that anymore, ladies and gentlemen. That's just not the way it's going. And you're crazy to pay that amount of cash. You're crazy. I don't know any other way to put it. They're literally running backs all over the place. All over the place. Yeah. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody prove me. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't know. Tell me where I'm completely missing it. Right? Those first few plays at the start of the game were good. After that, his play calls seemed flat. I agree, Charles. If we're going to critique our offensive coordinator, if you will, that was weird. We'd always start out hot. Then all of a sudden, it's just blah. El Plu Raiders, Jacorian will be fine. I think perhaps even Hobbs. Like, the kid can tackle, just got called for some rookie PIs. Yeah, well, as I've stated, man, you kind of got to really, he did get called for the PI, but I'm just a tad disheartened because I feel like there was a lot that he could have done for himself off the field that would have prepared him more for on the field. And it was very obvious that, probably wasn't in his playbook as he should have, or maybe it was just too difficult. Again, that NFL is different, man. How many rock stars in college just fizzled out? Never even made it, right? It's just different. It's different. So different. SoCal Sal in the building. Really, Raider Paul? Nah, I can't let that one slide. Yes, OG. Yes. I agree. Some would say Travis is better than Daniels, who we all want. I'm just, yep. Hey. Athleticism doesn't always mean good player. You hit that on the head. You hit that right on the head. Absolutely correct. Yeah, I've seen that way too often. How many times have we seen a project because, he had a 50-inch vertical. He ran a 4.240. There's always something. You're going to run into that on a regular basis. What happened last year, Cowtown? Whose season got ended and who was runner-up for the Heisman? Yeah. but I'm not. So we shall see what the pros think. Yep. Mr. Washington is coming with the game tonight. Remember, rookie players' heads are on a swivel, especially when they are thrown into the fire. College and the NFL are two different levels. I mean, complete different levels. You can't even. It's night and day. It's a different game. It's a very big different game. It's the best in the world. Like, don't get me wrong, college is good, but I've never been, so I don't. I've never been to the league, so I don't know. I just have been around the league, around people that have been in the league, and being around the people that have been in the league, in college, that led me to believe, what I think I know. So, yeah, it is what it is. Man, I cannot catch up with y'all, man. I can't catch up with y'all. The chat is on fire tonight, man. I can't catch up. I cannot catch up. Milo Hunt in the building. I want that Raiders jersey with the name Stoner on it. Stoner is long and gone. Holla at your boy, man. I actually got a Stoner jersey, believe it or not. I got a white one. Jacoby Myers, number 16, right? Yeah. So I bought that, man. I love it. I love that kid, man. He was that kid was a monster at Oklahoma State, too. Yeah, I did my research on him because he was pretty dope. Yeah, he was pretty dope. Real talk. He was dope. Stoner. The Severe Raiders. It's a business. He went to the Senior Bowl and was by far the most impressive guy in practices. Then went to the Combine and was the best quarterback there. Where was Travis? Oh, yeah, hurt. Yeah. Yeah. He didn't do anything in the Combine, though. Talking about Daniels. He didn't do anything in the Combine, so, yeah. Salute, Raiders Alliance. Appreciate you for coming through. Man, trying to fly through these, man. Try to fly through these. I'm an ALC fan too, boss. Hang in there with me, man. Hang in there with me. I would trade down or up. I wouldn't stay at 13. Boss Raider. Shout out to Boss Raider. So what are you going to do if you trade down? That's actually a good question because we don't talk about that enough, right? We don't talk about that enough at all. What do we do if we trade down? And what are we trading down to? How far down are we willing to trade? And what are we willing to get for it? It is a deep draft, but how many of these draft prospects are we going to be able to keep? Right? Yeah. It's insane. It's a good thought, though. It's a really good thought. We should chime into that before we head out for the night, man. What do we do if we go down or up? Turf, I totally agree with you. This draft is loaded. All they talk about is the quarterback position. That's good for us, man. That's good for us. Yeah. How did Kalen King drop so far? It's a great question. Great question. Leo might have an answer for you. Quarterback-driven league, man, but there is definitely a lot of talent in this draft going far because everyone wants a quarterback. Yeah, and it's not even a want. That's part of the problem. It's a need. It's an absolute must-have. You have to have a quarterback in this league. And I don't mean a quarterback just be mobile, right? No, you have to have a quarterback that actually just won't lose you games, let alone win games. Won't lose you games. So, yeah, that's important. I don't know if anybody understands how important that is, man. It's important. Run down. I know we need a quarterback, but taking Penix at 13 is a fireable offense. I agree. And there's no way you pick Penix at 13. There's no way you pick Penix in the first round, period. Or the second. It should be a starter for sure. Kevin Lurker in the building. It's all about the beef. Real men wear black. If they go into the season with only them two at quarterback, they should be firing from malpractice. Dang, man, y'all got some hate. Y'all got some hate for these people, man. I don't mind what we got, to be honest. I really don't mind. Man, getting through them, man. I'm getting through them. Look, we're going to take a break. We're going to move over to the wide receiver spot. Free agent wise, there's still some names out there. I mean, Odell Beckham, to me, he's washed up. I don't even know why they have him on this list, if you will, right? Tyler Boyd, I think Tyler Boyd is he's formidable. Definitely formidable. And we're talking about receivers that are still out there and available, which we don't need, right? At least that's what TRS tells me. TRS tells me we don't need no wide receivers. You know, I kind of been, wearing my GM hat a lot lately. And just saying, the facts, which is, look, man, everybody needs to have competition at their position. Every last one of them. Every last one. I don't care who you are. If we can get somebody behind you to put some heat on you, by all means, let's do it. Right? Let's do it. So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what goes down there. Minshew will have his chest out until ALC's arm talent makes him sit his ass down. I agree. I really do think my guy is going to come out victorious, man. I really do. Leo, that's still a fat ass reach. Just because other teams are reaching don't mean we have to. El Capi, Rafa, what's going on, my guy? Glad to see you stop by, man. Appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it. Leo, we still waiting on that film of ALC's progression. Hey, man, I've been dealing with cars all day, man. This is a rough day for me, man. That's gonna take me a while too, because I gotta go through all that film. Yeah, I'm definitely going through all that film too, ladies and gentlemen. 100% going through that film. But yeah, let's get back to the wide receivers. You got DJ Chark. I actually like DJ Chark Jr. He's young. I think he's got a shot. He may be a little injury prone. I don't know if he's really made it from that perspective. I'm not sure. But yeah, Michael Thomas, he's a head case. He's old too. He don't meet the rundown, look, it's not going to work. Then after that, man, it gets real weak. Quez Watkins, Byron Pringle, Chase Claypool, but another headache. Old, right? Yeah. Paris Campbell. Yeah. But some of the things that stick out from who was signed. Franchise tag, obviously, we figured that would be the case. Michael Pittman gave the Colts a break, man. 3 years, $70 million. That's a break. That's a break. That's a big time break. Mike Evans gave Tampa Bay a break. 2 years, $41 million. Whew. Wow. Man, I'm not going to lie. I'm mad that Hollywood Brown went over there for $7 million. They didn't pay him anything. Could have at least scorched him, bro. Could have at least got a bag. That ain't no bag. Calvin Ridley, 92 million. 4 years, Titans. The Titans are idiots. I mean, they had their guy in Brown and let him go. And I don't even want to talk about it. It's just stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Gabe Davis signed with Jacksonville for $40 million, 3 years, and Darnell Mooney, Atlanta Falcons, for $40. I mean, that kind of rounds up your wide receivers as far as free agency, right? We're only talking free agency. Turf runs his mouth. I can't get through everything. It's already an hour and a half. Hour and a half we've been through, and I've gotten through 3 positions, and that's just talking free agency. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Like I told you, I could talk this stuff all day, all night. Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Turf. We sincerely have to let this McCormick dream go, man. I don't want to run down. I don't want to, man. I don't want to, bro. I love McCormick. I love him, man. He's a baller. Yo. Napoleon Kaufman was our last guy that could take it to the house. You are absolutely right, OG Raider. And boy, did he take it to the house, man. I remember that, man. From Washington, I remember him at Washington. I remember him everywhere. Yeah, Napoleon Kaufman was the guy. I don't think anybody understands. He was the guy. The guy. 100%. So, shout out to Napoleon Kaufman. Yeah, Kyle Town, my favorite Raiders running back when I was a kid. Kaufman was a beast. I agree. I adored Kaufman. Absolutely adored him. Another running back I like to watch, Eddie George. Bro, those battles between him and Ray Lewis. You want to talk about watching football. Ray Lewis and Eddie George. Man, we got to see some football. Rafa in the building. What about TJ Tampa from Iowa State, cornerback? That could be a perfect fit for the Raiders. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, when can we pick him? That's going to be the question, right? When can we pick him? Leo Kaufman was fast and strong, held the record for bench for the longest. If not still, that's actually a great point. Member told us that when we toured the facility. Yes. Yeah. Napoleon Kaufman was up. Yeah, he was freak of nature, man. Freak of nature. Tyrone Wheatley and Earl Campbell. Yeah, you showing your age, OG. Yeah, Tyrone Wheatley was dope. He's for a big back. You know what I mean? Like, he was one of the big bruisers. I really enjoyed him. Obviously, Earl Campbell, man. Earl Campbell arguably is the best to ever do it. Arguably, right? Arguably the best to ever do it. That's how I look at Earl Campbell. So, yeah. Tyrone was one of my faves as well. And Bettis. The bus. Yeah, the bus is a real deal. I actually got to beat the bus in person. My boy from home, he graduated. He's a doctor, graduated from Notre Dame. Went to Notre Dame the same time the bus did. Brought him back to CT. Yeah, that was fun. That was real fun. Vic Sacramento in the building. Fields isn't going to do anything. Be happy we didn't get him. ALC can spin that pigskin. Yes, Raiders. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's exactly what I'm talking about. SoCal. It's my guy. Yeah, that's my guy. Man. We all got our guys, man. It's awesome. But that's definitely my guy, man. Definitely my guy. Damian Williams looked decent last preseason at running back. Damian Williams. I have to think about that one. Howie Roseman is the man. Yeah, now y'all got some interesting takes. Jason Campbell with garbage for the Raiders. Yeah. I wouldn't say he was garbage, but I mean, he definitely wasn't somebody to talk about. He didn't, write home about it by any means. Road King Raider. Really like Blake Corum footwork. Would like to see us grab him. Wishful thinking. Good luck. Yeah. Apparently, Chris thinks that Harbaugh is 100% going to get Corum. He's definitely the best running back in the league. I mean, in the draft for sure. He's that guy. He's that guy coming out. Yeah, anybody that gets him instant every down back, just the cost. If he's reasonable, you got somebody for a long time. If he's not, you'll be looking at like us with JJ. I'm 65. I watched a lot of football. Shout out to OG. You got me beat. So yeah, you definitely probably watch way more than me. Vic Sacramento, I can't lie and say I didn't like him when he was on the Redskins, but when he got to the Raiders, he disappointed me. Yeah. Nope. That makes sense. That makes sense. And you are absolutely right, OG. There are no more Barry Sanders or Walter Paytons at all. And we did it to ourselves. Running backs have done this to themselves. 100%. That's all I gotta tell you. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is, man. Running backs do this to themselves, man. And now, they want to fight, yell, and be sad and cry and complain. It is what it is, man. Y'all should have never allowed it. That's what happens when you allowed them to see what the powers of a two-back system, a three-headed monster could do. No. When I grew up, bro, my leg had to literally be cut off from my body in order for me to not get out there on the field, because I knew that absolutely the chances of me not playing again was very possible with the dude behind me that was hungry and ready to go. Can't, you know what I'm saying? Can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, Jacobs' contract isn't even that great if you look at it. Isn't even that great. It's comical. It's basically a franchise tag. Green Bay gave him the franchise tag. Paid him $12 million. We'll see what you do. See how it looks next year. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Every running back coming out of college has 4,000 yards. Yeah, well. Yeah. It is what it is. Boss Raiders. Telling you got to substantiate your argument, Papa T. You're crazy. Only 12 running backs went over 1,000. You named 2 of them. My guy from the dirty water. What's up, man? What's cracking? What do you think your D is going to look like with Wilkins on one side and Crosby on the other? I smell trouble. Don't forget about the rest of the gang. Don't forget about Kuntz, right? Don't forget about the other 2 big boys we just re-signed. The league got problems, man. The league's got problems. I got Mike Williams. You really want Williams, Perk? He's old. He don't pass the rundown test, bro. Yeah, you gotta tune in a little bit longer. It's no way, yo. He don't pass the rundown test, Mike. And then he don't play enough, man. To be honest, he's always finding ways to get hurt. In my opinion. Yeah. Cowtown, that's actually a fabulous point. I don't like it because I still think he can make plays. He's just not going to be a big factor, if you will. I just don't. Yeah, I don't see it. But, yeah, he could end up there, bro. And that's not good for us. I just keep it on. It's just not good. My guy, Chris. PTS. TRS in the building. In the building. Hey, Nation. One question. Who's our fullback? Are we running with the fullback? That is actually a great question. That's a great question. We're going to talk about this one real quick. TRS shit. You absolutely right. Yeah, this is a great question. I don't think we're going to have a fullback, and that is going to be very different. I don't know what kind of style we do know it'll be zone. We do know that it'll be downhill running, right off tackle. I don't think you'll see any more of the nonsense, the cute stuff they've been trying to, pull for who knows how long. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's a great question. That's an absolute great question. I don't think we get a fullback, right? I think you're gonna supplement that with a tight end. I think the tight end we got, right? You see the thumbnail, kid from the Browns. He's more of a blocking tight end than anything else. So, with that being said, and shout out to him, man. My bad. I didn't even introduce that guy, man. Yeah, he's on the thumbnail. I don't even know his name. Boo myself for that one. Yeah, that's a shame. I should have given him a much better welcoming, if you will, when it comes to our new brother on the squad, man. But yeah, I think that's what it's going to boil down to. I think we're going to use tight ends, right, motion, things like that. But as far as that fullback position, it's pretty much all but dead. Yeah, it's just pretty much all but dead, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but it's just facts. That is facts. Let's see what else we got going on. Yeah. Charlie Gardner and Darren McFadden. Bro. Yeah, you're right, Chris. Yeah, we can't. Man, he's one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, he's one of my all-time favorites, man. 100% absolutely love DMC. I got a few pictures with him. He cool too, man. You see him in person, definitely holler at him. He enjoys that. Yeah, he don't mind the pictures, all that good stuff, man. He loves football, man. He talks football all day. Charlie Gardner and Darren McFadden. Yep. Absolutely. I like Tampa. We've had to take him with our second pick or he'll be gone. Yeah, we can't take him at second. Can't do it. Absolutely cannot do it. Eddie George was a monster, people. I don't think y'all know how much of a monster Eddie George. Eddie George was a big bruising monster. As a kid, one of my underrated non-Raiders, Eric Metcalf from the Browns. Yeah. Dog, Metcalf is cold. Yeah, he was crazy coming out of college. Absolutely nuts. I like Gardner. Was never the biggest McFadden fan. He didn't have the vision on the field, but he could hit that 0 to 60 like a vet on them road running legs. You're right, too, because my man was super swole up top with the chicken legs. 100% correct. Coughlin was my favorite. We had a lot of Coughlins tonight, man. Hunter Ellis, Otis Anderson, 24. My New York Giants was nice. Yeah, he was the real deal. There was a lot of. We've been blessed, man, to see a lot of good running backs. An awful lot. Good running backs. Very, very good running backs. Can we trade 3 first rounds for a proven quarterback? Yeah, if it's Daniels. Not doing it for nobody else. That's pretty much what it boils down to for me. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. The 4-year franchise tag. That's exactly what old boy got. I don't even understand. It doesn't even make sense to me at all what Jacobs did. I might dedicate a show to just go off on that, man. I'm so mad, bro. It hurts my heart, man. The kid really had a shot. He really had a shot, man. Just be the best Raider ever. Mike Williams signed with the Jets. Shout out to Mike Williams. Damn, bro, that's the Jets. I guess everybody just forgot about Aaron Rodgers and that defense. I know we made them look like Swiss cheese, but wow. I think that's significant. Yeah, Mike Williams going to the Jets. I think that's significant. Yeah. Yep. Lamont Jordan was a dog. Yeah, I would agree. I finally got through all these comments, man. Thank God, chat. Y'all was hitting it, man. If no quarterback guard, that quarterback, and safety in free agency, OT, RB, wide receiver, tight end in draft, on OD tackle, cornerback, then BPA on D in the draft. Raider Nation for life. Get back cornerback, safety, and free. Yes, now you speaking that language. Now you talking that talk. I agree. We want those guys as in free agency. Yes. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with that. Yep. And yes, you have been very lucky, OG. You've gotten to see them all. Every last one of them. We can draft cornerback Kyrie Jackson in the 3rd or 4th and take a look to Terrace if he's available. Okay. Well, while we speaking of, right, corners, I'm going to hit up these corners, man. And we probably going to call it a night. As far as free agency is concerned, we'll do corners and safeties. Let's do corners and safeties, and then we're gonna call it a night. So who's still out there? The biggest name out there, in my opinion, is going to be Gilmore, Stephon Gilmore, guaranteed. Yeah, he's absolutely. He doesn't pass the rundown test. He's old, but Stephon Gilmore, I think he's still got some juice. We just can't, right? You just don't want to put too much on him. Yeah. Steven Nelson, he's out there. Still a free agent. Dory Jackson. I don't know what, I don't know where he'll. Excuse me, here goes. Yeah, he's not old. Not old. So it's under 30. He passes the rundown test, that's for sure. So I don't know. He's somebody that we might have to look into, right? Miles Bryant, cornerback from New England. Right, another guy drafted in 2020. I mean, young, man. These guys are young. Wow. We could bring Rock Ya-Sin back home, right? He was with us for a hot second, wasn't he? Yeah. We could bring him back. Trey Herndon. Yeah, it's actually pretty straightforward and simple for cornerbacks. They've kind of all gotten snatched up, right? Jalen Johnson went to the Bears. Jarius Sneed went back to where he was going. To be honest, the one I'm mad at the most is Kendall Fuller going to the Dolphins. That pissed me off. I didn't like that at all. Yeah, I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that at all. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. We'll see. I didn't like it. Let's just put it that way. I thought that was one of our guys we could have got. He plays like a Raider big time. Awuzie signed with Tennessee. I don't know the numbers on that. Kenny Moore resigned with the Colts. Nixon resigned with Green Bay. Sean Murphy Bunting signed with Arizona, 3 years, $25 million. Yeah, it's weird. The money game is weird right now. There's some stuff that's just changing up, man. There's some stuff changing up. Can't even explain it. Yeah, cornerbacks didn't do well in free agency, man. They're not even worth mentioning, to be honest. Yeah, not even worth mentioning. They just did not do well. Did not do well at all. Who do you guys want for corners? Free agency. You know, I was just naming the top pick guys, you know. So, yeah, put it out there. Let us know what you're thinking about. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get through this. What time? Where am I at on time? Oh, I'm hitting that 2 hours mark. We're going to get through these safeties, and then we're going to, obviously, the chat lives always matter to me. I'm going to run through the chat, man. We about it. That's how we do it on a Tuesday night on the Ultimate Raider Fan Show 32. All right, Antoine Winfield, Tampa Bay, $17 million franchise tag. Kyle Duggar, franchise tag, New England. Cameron Curl went to the Rams, 2 years. They didn't display his money yet. Xavier McKinney, Green Bay, 4 years, $68 million. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Geno Stone signed with Cincinnati, 2 years, $15 million. You got Julian Blackman still out there. You got Deshaun Gibson Sr. still out there. Mike Edwards, Micah Hyde. Wow. Jerron Kearse. There's some names on this list. There's a lot more safeties. And again, that's because safeties are starting to turn into running backs, unfortunately. You're getting a lot of ex-linebackers, right? Moving to safety and vice versa. It's just, it's a position that's really not holding the weight it used to hold, right? Especially if you're talking those Jack Tatum days, right? Ronnie Lott. Yeah, it's just not holding up the weight that it used to at all in any way, shape, or form. I mean, the highest paid is McKinney at $68 million for 4 years. So, wow, that's a little over 15 a year, right? It's not a lot, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, next biggest contract is $33 million, 3 years. CJ Gardner-Johnson for Philly. Yeah. So, just goes to show y'all, the game is changing. The game is forever, always changing. Absolutely changing. It's really hard. It's really hard to put your finger on it. You know what I mean? For me, anyways, it's really tough right now. It's just so much talent, and there's just so much going on. You really, really, honestly have the ability to win every year. It really is that. It's just this one team, right? This one team that keeps finding a way, and it's because they got that special guy. And that's the funny part. Everyone thinks, oh, we're going to go get that. But no, you're not. You're not. You might beat him, but I mean, you're not going to get him. You're not going to get some special guy that's going to beat him. So it's all about the free agency and the draft. And this is by far the biggest talent of all time. Of all time. When it comes to the draft. It's just amazing talent. So yeah, we're going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go through these real fast. Justin Brown, we can draft cornerback Kyrie Jackson in the 3rd or 4th and take a look to Terrace if he's still available. I don't mind that. Like you say, 3rd, 4th round, yeah, that's what I'm talking. The 1st round, you missed me with that big time. You seen AP visiting James Williams, the safety I told you about out of Miami, 6'5", 234, 440. Whoa. Converting to linebacker? Man, AP over here playing. AP playing with people's feelings right now, man. Hey, shout out to OG Raider 85, man. We appreciate you, man. Trust me, I get it. I'm right there with you. Getting in the bed right along with you, bro. Cam Hart, Kyrie Jackson, long cornerbacks. Okay? Yep. Kendall, I was mad. Yep. Hot. Fired up. Mad as I don't know what. Remember Dave Maggot from the Giants? Yes, sir. Dave Maggot was he was the man, bro. Dave Maggot was the real deal for sure. Absolutely for sure. Cowtown Lula. Y'all remember the old Game Day 95 intro with all the hits? I used to love that shit. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. And yes, I agree, Hunter Ellis, and that's why it hurt me, because he plays like a Raider, man. That really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. It was like, man, of all the corners I wanted, he was the one. Yeah, anybody would tell you that. He was the one. So, wow, ladies and gentlemen, Raider Nation. Another Tuesday night. I really appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all. This is a fire night. And the funny thing is, I'll be honest with y'all. TRS, my guys know, man, this is the first night that I hadn't prepared in a long, long time. My day was shot. I still got grease in my hands, man. So, it was a rough one today, but y'all held your boy through, man. I appreciate it. The comments matter. The chat lives matter, man. It's everything for me. Without y'all, talking to myself, man, talking to the wall. So, just want to put that out there, man. I appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. Raider Nation, we shall return. Peace.
I don't see how we can't be happy about that.
Decomposer, you been bugging.
It should.
So I immediately, set myself up, to expect the news. VIP section, you guys know how to do. So, absolutely.